Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. This is the 11th video in my 30 dress watches in 30 days challenge, and tonight we are looking at an absolutely amazing dress watch. This piece is so absolutely mid-century style, and it has the proportions of a piece that you would see in the 1950s or 60s. The watch we're looking at tonight is the Kuoe Royal Smith 90-006. And look at that watch. Yes. This is a no-date piece with a textured dial. You can see that it's etched into a diamond pattern. Those markers are applied and look absolutely brilliant. The handset on these watches is great. I feel like these could kind of give the Cocktail Time a run for its money, mainly because it's in keeping with the era proportion-wise. And these watches are pretty affordable. They retail for about $700, so they're under $1,000. And here's the write-up that's on their website. Royal Smith is Kuoe's premium line of watches. The Royal Smith 90-006 has proven a consistent seller from its original release. The new Royal Smith 90-006C brings updates to our 006 model line and has been even more popular than its predecessor. Available in either a silver or gold case, the Royal Smith now offers a black dial as well as an ivory one. Significant design changes for this revision are the waffle textured dial and Swiss-made Superluminova hands. The waffle texture adds character compared to a plain smooth dial, and I absolutely agree with that. I feel like the texture on this watch really adds to the design. Alright, so inside these watches is a caliber 9039 by Miyota, which is a high beat automatic movement. They have dome-shaped sapphire crystals on them, a screwed-down crown, 100 meters of water resistance, and about 42 hours of power reserve. And just look at some of these wrist shots. When this watch is photographed on someone's wrist, it looks even more amazing. I mean, these are absolutely vintage style. I love it. Oh, and look at it with a cuff. Oh, yes. And there's even an unboxing video out there that the brand put out. That's pretty interesting. So you get to see what some of the packaging is like and sort of experience opening up your new watch vicariously. The black dial variant looks amazing as well. The markers and hands are done in gold, and the lume is kind of a cream color, which is great. It kind of softens the colorway a bit. Yeah, those are so cool. So cool. And I absolutely love the ivory/cream dial variant as well. If I was going to buy one of these, I would have a tough time picking which one I would go for. I feel like I would lean more toward the ivory dial. They also have bracelets on their site for sale, as well as a deployant clasp. And if you look through their catalog, their other watches are really cool as well. They have a black or a brown dialed field watch. Those are a bit larger, especially for field watches, but they're under 40 millimeters. Those pieces are 38 millimeters. They also have an off-white dialed field watch. And these are pretty cool because they have bronze colored cases on them. There's some really great looking chronographs in their lineup, and some classy kind of railroad style watches. And those pieces are also vintage size, coming in at 35 millimeters. I feel like I'm going to have to keep my eye on this brand. And the origin story of this brand is pretty impressive. According to their website, the origin of the Kuoe brand and concept dates back to 2010. Uchimura, the designer and founder, was a university student studying language in London, England, when he just so happened to enter a shop that was handling antique watches. There was a lineup of hand-wound watches from the 1940s to 70s. He was instantly drawn to them and their ability to keep time, even after the rich accumulation of history in the decades that had passed. Although the watches were antiques, they somehow felt warm and refreshing and were naturally appealing to wear on the wrist. There, in that shop, Uchimura found the strong appeal of classic design and realized that something that is truly classic is loved and revered universally around the world and across generations. Deeply influenced by this experience, he was inspired to create a classic design watch brand of his own. After graduating university, Uchimura began working for a watch company in Kyoto, a city steeped in Japanese tradition. For a few years, he gained experience in the business and learned more about watches until he was ready to launch a sub-brand which was dedicated to his idea of introducing the classic design he had seen in those antiques in London into new models of wristwatches. In 2020, he was finally able to establish his own classic watch brand, Kuoe. The first model, Old Smith 90-001, in April. So cool. What a great inspiration for the brand. Of course the designs are pieces I would love because I totally agree with him. And these are pretty affordable pieces. Definitely gonna keep my eye on this brand. Thanks for watching.